Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go with Boone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Cousins on first down. And this one complete to Smith. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, boom, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins throwing right in, that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 52.
Back to it after the pick-6. Cousins, it's caught. Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Boone. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Evans. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Boone here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From just shy of midfield, Cousins going. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Boom. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Boone, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Rodgers now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Rodgers. Newton's got it, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight.
Touchdown, Packers! Lance Kendricks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
They'll run on 1st down. Boom. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Holding.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On second down. Boom. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They run the counter. It's Evans. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Cousins now. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They begin the drive with Williams. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers will set up the screen. This is Williams.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Forced out to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Rodgers, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Rodgers dancing to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins. Airing it out for Hamilton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing now is Rodgers.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to run. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Cousins. He's got this complete to Hamilton. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Uses the stiff arm. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance. Kendricks. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Into the hands of Enunwa on the jet sweep. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. On first down. Boom. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A first down throw for Cousins. It's caught. Smith. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Cousins to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
On second and 12, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. The Packers on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is third down and 12. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 21. A throw taken in by Hamilton, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
Cousins now. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Pushing his way through. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, here's Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on second down, Cousins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The busy night continues for Williams. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it with Williams. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially with it.
We die.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with...
Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
I just got bags from Prada.